Wind Down Wednesday is brought to you by Mila Eve Essentials. Visit MilaEveEssentials.com for 100% pure, therapeutic essential oils and other products. Nature knows best, and so does Mila Eve.
Riley. That was so weird. Did the intro on some weird pausing?
Yeah, but it's actually on the TV. It's just not here. I was like, what's going on? I thought I was about to log out and log back in.
Yeah, that's so weird. Okay. Welcome everybody to Wind Down Wednesday. I'm about to wind down. I'm waiting for my husband to make me a plate of food and bring me a tiny bit of wine because it is a full moon tomorrow. So I want to stay hydrated. But what's going on, Riley?
Oh my God. Well, as a lot of people know, I was supposed to have a show last night, but I didn't. I was supposed to have my comeback concert, but it'll be on January 13th. Yes. But I have something that I've been wanting to tell you that I figured I should tell you on camera because everybody, like, it happened on camera. So it's kind of like, okay, you'll understand what I'm saying. So I don't know if you guys remember, when was your anniversary? When's your anniversary?
March 3rd.
Okay, so March 3rd. So this was back in the spring. All right, that explains why I had a turtleneck on. All right, so back in the spring, if you remember on this, back in the spring, if you guys remember right on this show, I was at Monique and Chris's house celebrating their anniversary with them and their chef. And we got into this whole discussion about like how Monique has this thing where she wants to go on a double first date, meaning she and Chris go on a first date with me and a guy. And I was like, no one's going to want to do that. Everybody's like, no. I finally found a guy today who said to me, you guys know I'm dating, whatever. And I'm dating a few people, but I'm dating and, put myself out there, whatever. I met a guy. I like him a lot. He's really cool. And I was telling him that my friends took me out to dinner last night, blah, blah, blah. And I was talking about you. And I was like, oh, she and her husband have this idea where like they want to go on a first date with me and blah, blah, blah. He's like, that's light work. I was like, what do you mean that's light work? I was like, he's like, yeah, I'm down. I'll do it. We haven't been on a date yet, but we've been video chatting.
And he's down to go. I told you.
And guess where he wants to go? Guess where he wants to go?
Ocean Prime? Yes! I like him already.
This is hilarious. Oh my God. This is going to be so hilarious.
Wow. Listen,
I said to him,
we're gonna take a toast for Riley tonight because that's hilarious. Everybody go ahead and type what y'all drinking in the comments, what y'all having for Wind Down Wednesday. I'm having some water for the moment, but my husband is going to make me some food and then I might have a little bit of wine. Well, I'm excited to we're gonna have to do a video blog on that one or something. That's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be hilarious. He is so secure. He does not care. He's just like, that's okay. I said, you wouldn't be intimidated. He said, no. He said, that was cool.
I told you.
It's the one. I found the one person in the world that would be okay with this. And so I said to him, I said, I'm about to go live with her. And I said, I'm going to tell her and the viewers at the same time because Monique wanted to do this so bad. So I found the one guy. Now watch this be the guy end up marrying. This is going to be.
He's going to be the one. He's going to be the one. He's the type of guy you need. I'm claiming it right now. I got a good vibe about him. He said Ocean Prime. And he said yes to a double date for the first day. I like him. But y'all, I'm really excited about tonight's topic. We have back with us financial planner Petya, who is a college friend of mine, who is so amazing. Our last talk with her was so good. She gave a wealth of information, literally a wealth of information. And tonight we're going to be talking about how not to go broke during this holiday season. You know how it is. It's the holiday. You literally have a list of people who you probably don't even talk to and won't talk to after Christmas, who you're buying Christmas gifts for. You spend all your money and then the new year comes and you're like, all right, now I got to work more hours so I can recoup everything that I lost. You went overboard with your kids. You know, there's so many things that can happen. And we need to learn how to just take it down a notch and just say, hey, what can I actually afford? But anyway, that's why we have Petya here. So I'm gonna put her on. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to my
Hi,
again.
guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome back. Her because Ocean Prime is one of my favorite restaurants too. So Riley, he's a keeper because it's like top 3 on my favorite restaurants in the DC.
Well, what's funny is I had my birthday there this year, and it's also Monique's favorite restaurant too. So it's like,
oh, nice.
Yes. You just gave me an idea. I'm about to text Ashanti right now. We need to have a not for lazy moms Wind Down Wednesday meet and greet for all of the past guests that we've had on the show.
Oh my God.
That would be so much fun.
Such a great idea.
Yeah. We need to definitely do that. So we can actually meet and see each other, not just you, but like other people who we've literally only talked to virtually. We've not met in person. And a lot of people that have been on the show are local. So like you like talk about Ocean Prime, like shoot, we love going to Ocean Prime. So yeah, that might even be where we go.
And they have an amazing happy hour too. So
yes, what berries and bubbles?
Yes, berries and bubbles.
Yes. But I thank you for being here. I am drinking water. Riley, what are you drinking?
Water. Because the reason why is because the only thing I have in here, this is gonna sound so bougie and stupid, but okay, so the only thing I have is like hard liquor that has but no chasers. Because you guys know I was preparing for my concert, so I have no sugar, no anything in here that is good. There's like lettuce in my free refrigerator, so there's nothing to mix with the alcohol, so I can't just drink it straight. And then the only other alcohol, like wine or anything that's in here, are like really bougie champagnes that people have given me. I'm waiting for special occasions to open. So I'm drinking water. Terrible, I know, but yeah.
Water's
but we had good drinks last night, so a little champagne and stuff. So
yes. How about you? What you drinking on?
I did have a little bit of wine at dinner, but right now I am drinking this wonderful CBD beverage that you can find at your local organic store.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I really like this. It's from the hemp division. They're located in New York. And you can actually order from them online, and you can order by the case. And they have different CBD drinks based on what you're trying, like what you want. So this one is rest. So hopefully it'll help me get a good night's sleep tonight. But they have a recovery one. So it's really good after you like work out. And they have a focus one as well. If you're trying to, work during the day, I sometimes drink the focus one, but it's really nice. It kind of like mellows you out a little bit after like a hectic day. So
what's the brand?
The hemp division.
Wow,
the hemp division.
Yeah.
That sounds so good. I want to try that.
So good.
I'm sorry. I specifically said, bring me a little
bit of wine. I heard you.
This is his
Chris.
Of what a little bit.
You got to drink it because you can't waste it.
No, I'm not drinking all of this. I got to get up way too early tomorrow morning, and I got to pack orders tonight.
Oh my God. He's going to have to drink some of that.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
Hi, Chris.
All right.
Tell Chris it's happening.
Trouble. Y'all gotta forgive me. I have to eat while we're doing this show because it's been a pretty hectic day today.
Yeah.
And I have not had time to eat.
Listen,
dinner.
you need your calories. You go right ahead.
But, I need to get my weight back. So look here. Yes. But what advice do you have for people who, I don't know if it could possibly be a lack of self-control. It could just be the excitement of the holiday. It could just be, I want to get you the best, biggest gift. And, so that acknowledgement that they'll get because of it. What advice can you give for people so that they can just live within their means, even during the holiday season?
Yeah. Well, the first thing I would say is definitely make a budget, because you don't want to put yourself in a bad financial situation after the holidays and have buyer's remorse and just feel really, really down about your finances after splurging and going over budget. So I would definitely say really just first start from budgeting and set a reasonable and manageable amount that you think that you want to spend. And I actually heard a statistic recently that most Americans are budgeting about $1,000 during the Christmas holiday season four gifts. So I don't know if you want to follow that rule of thumb, but $1,000 for the season. And then, like, for example, kids, right? I was just having this conversation with my husband today. I think that 2 or 3 gifts a kid is reasonable. My husband's like, no, it's Christmas. We should get them like 4 or 5 or 6 gifts. And I'm like, no, like, a kid will be happy. And I don't know about teenagers, but I know younger kids will be happy with like anything, even if it's like a $5 gift.
They end up playing with the roll of wrapping paper at the end of the day anyway.
Exactly. They get so excited. So I would kind of, budget small for smaller kids.
Right.
And then what I like to do actually is I think that making little gift bags or gift boxes for friends and family works out really nice, because you actually, instead of spending like a flat amount, like $50 or $75 or $100 per person, by making your own gift and putting like little things inside of the gift, you actually end up spending a lot less. So one of the local stores in the area is Home Goods, and I'm sure there are different versions of Home Goods throughout the country that you could go to. But they're kind of like the aftermarket or kind of lower priced store where you can just find a lot of cool things. And like today I picked up some gifts for people, for my children's teachers, for example, and for some friends. And I put a little bit of like really cool stuff, like some bath bombs, some little chakra cards, just little items that really look nice together in a box or in a bag, but really it looks like a really expensive gift. And I've gotten compliments on them, like, wow, like it looks like you spend a bunch, but really you don't end up spending that much at all. Or you can actually make like little platters, like charcuterie boards for your friends and family members, because you could just go to like a Trader Joe's, for example, and buy a bunch of cheese and some salami and olives and just cut it up and make a nice little small festive gift that you could just, give to your friends and family that really won't set you back that much.
That's good. Those are good ideas. Y'all gonna be mad at me when y'all hear my budget for Christmas.
I know your budget for Christmas.
My budget is zero. I do not go Christmas shopping anymore. I stopped doing Christmas years ago. My kids get nothing. They get gifts all throughout the year. They get whatever they want all year long. So this year I didn't, actually the past 3 years, I don't think I put up a tree. We just don't even operate in our house like that anymore.
Yeah.
And my family already knows, like, we do stuff throughout the year. It's all about when someone needs something, or if I just do thoughtful gifts whenever I feel like it. So I'm not going to wait till the holiday to do it. I will take advantage of some of those sales. But at the end of the day, I don't even try to make it a big deal when it comes to gift giving with my children, because I don't want them to think that that's what the holiday is all about. It's supposed to be about family coming together. And then, whatever religious beliefs or practices that you practice. But outside of that, it's about family time, and it's about being grateful as we go into the next year. And I just felt like, growing up, I always wanted a bunch of gifts, and I always wanted, so much under the tree. But when you really think about it, sometimes that's all either for show, or it's like, you go back to school and it's like, how many gifts did you get? It's always this competition. And to me, that just triggers other issues that begin to happen. Then the kids start feeling bad about themselves. They start feeling, low self-esteem. I might go extra deep with it. I just have a different mindset when it comes to it now. But yeah, I don't do Christmas shopping and all of that stuff. What I will do is, now that I have Mila Eve, I'll give some oils and some products to people who are close to me, and just say, here's a new product if you want to try it out, or here's something for sleep, or here's something for headache, or something that I know they need. I'll just send something like that I know is a nice self-care product. Yeah, I like the idea that you had. So if I ever do give gifts again, maybe I'll do something like that.
Or, some of my clients, what they do is they'll send a card and say, we're not giving Christmas gifts out this year. However, we are going to make a charitable donation.
Oh, that's nice.
XYZ charity.
That's
And
really nice.
in your honor, we're going to make X amount on your behalf to this charity. And I always thought that that was really nice too.
That's really
I think that's probably the best thing I've heard to do. That's excellent. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. I think I'll do that. Yeah, that's really sweet. So now I just want to know just your opinion. Where do you think it comes from? Do you think it comes from like that idea to splurge and to do so much for the holiday? Is it something that may be generational where it's like, okay, this is what my parents did for me, let me do it for my kids? Or it can be the complete opposite where it's like, I didn't get a lot, so I'm going to go all the way out. You know, what are y'all opinions on that?
I was just thinking that same thing. Like it could go either way, because if you were one of those people, you like, there, so many people say they want to give their kids what they didn't have, you know, and they want them to have a ton of things. And I love that idea, especially for smaller kids that you were saying earlier about, you know, you could go to 5 and below and get like like if it's about the quantity of toys, you know what I mean? You get like several little things just so they're ripping it up and playing with it and whatever, because most of those toys they're not going to be playing with by February anyway. You know, like they're up on the shelf.
Do you know how many toys I have in their playroom closet that are still brand new?
Yeah.
From birthdays, gifts that have been given to them for birthdays and other holidays, because even though we don't really give gifts, I have family that sends them gifts. And them things, they don't even touch it. The only thing they touch is the Legos. They will take the Legos out right away and start building.
Best toy in the world.
But yeah, and you know what we do the toy drives. So every year we go upstairs and we start picking out toys that we think will be good for a child who doesn't have. And I love it because instead of me saying I'm throwing your toys away, it's like, no, I want y'all to handpick what you think would be nice for a kid that doesn't have a lot, you know, and they'll be like, oh, I think this would be good for, you know, a kid would really like this, you know, and then we just donate them because around this time they're always doing toy drives. And that's when I pack up everything that we've accumulated over the year. Some stuff still brand new, some stuff barely used, and then we donate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know with my husband, he's one of the individuals that didn't have a lot growing up. So he's like, oh, now it's Christmas. I want to give my kids all the stuff that I never had.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot either at all growing up. I had like one toy and just a bunch of books, you know, but I am kind of the opposite. I don't believe in a lot of gifts during Christmas either. I'm the same way. I'm like, Christmas should be about, you know, spending time with your loved ones and just being grateful and appreciative of the things that you have and just mainly doing kind gestures for others. So, you know, it's kind of, you know, kids, especially smaller kids may not necessarily like grasp that concept, but I do think that the younger you start, you know, my 5-year-old the other day, she was like, you know, I forgot how we got into it, but she's like, Christmas isn't just about about presents, Dad. It's about, you know, it's about giving. And I'm like, wow, I'm really impressed that you said that you remembered that I said that to you, you know.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's funny.
Impressive.
I thought that I was going to be that mom that, you know, because let me tell y'all what I used to do that was so stupid when I was little. I used to, I wanted a bunch of gifts to open up on Christmas Day. So my mom always waited until we went to sleep Christmas Eve to put the gifts out. So we would just wake up and then you should see all these gifts and you're just like, wow, you know, and I always wanted to open up the most gifts. So what I would do, I would take some of my old toys and I would wrap them and put them You're stupid, like, Moni, you're so stupid. I used to do that. So I always said, like, when I have kids, oh my goodness, the whole house is going to be full of presents. But then once I had kids, it was just like, whatever. They do get a significant amount of things throughout the year because I'll surprise them. And my husband does the same thing. Like if they're just being good, so I like doing reward gifts, you know, so if they're being really good, then it's like, you know, here's something that I picked up for you or that I ordered off Amazon, and I'll surprise them. We did that a lot during the quarantine too, because you know, they were off the chain in the beginning. And then once they started calming down, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get them a little something new to play with. And they were so grateful. So yeah, but that was definitely me thinking I was going to have it laid for Christmas. And now I don't even have the energy to even look online to shop.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah. And we also like doing trips. So like we'll have an experience, you know? So last year, not last year, the year before, because last year was a quarantine. Where did we do? Last year we went to Florida. The year before we went to Cozumel, Mexico. And so this year I told them that, I mean, we're going to Africa in January. So I'm like, that's going to be Christmas, Valentine's Day, birthdays for the next 5 years. Every holiday that's on the calendar, I'm like, that's what that's going to be for, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what other tips and advice now once the new year gets here for the people who did go overboard? What would be your advice on trying to be, I guess, so that they can be a little bit more disciplined with their spending? You know, everybody makes their New Year's resolutions, and, you know, what advice would you give to them?
Well, you know, one of the number one New Year's resolutions are, well, one is lose weight, get in the gym more. And then, of course, two, manage your finances better or save more. So if you're one of those people that rely on credit cards and you maybe racked up some credit card debt during the holidays, I would definitely say put together a strategy where you can really tackle those credit cards. Because the last thing you want to do is be paying interest on these credit cards for the remainder of 2022, because if you don't get that credit card paid off and you keep putting things on it throughout the year, it's just going to have a snowball effect. And unfortunately, it's going to be a really tough thing to do, is pay off those credit cards in a timely manner. So to minimize the interest, just make sure that you got a good game plan on how to eliminate whatever amount you spent on the credit card. I would say that's first and foremost. If you're lucky enough where you've already kind of planned for Christmas and had the bulk of your, had savings already dedicated to your Christmas shopping, and then hopefully you're one of those people where you don't have to worry about it because you said, hey, I'm going to spending $1,500 or $1,000 or whatever it is, and I already saved that amount up and it's gone, and it's out of sight, out of mind, and that's great. But yeah, in the beginning of the year, just really analyze. I always say go back to, I know it sounds repetitive, but just again, go back to your inflows of how much income is coming through the door and your outflows. And budgeting is not something fun. It's tedious, but you got to at least sit down and do it. Some people do it every 2 weeks. Some people do it every month. Some people do it every quarter. But especially in the beginning of the year, you get these end of year credit card statements, which if you are one of those individuals that doesn't utilize cash a lot, but utilizes the credit cards for everything like me, you will get a end of year credit card statement. And those statements, those year-end statements, break down in very great detail how much money you spent on different categories the previous year. So you will have a very nice breakdown of how much you actually spent towards dining out, travel, gas, retail, whatever. They're really good reports. And then you want to use those reports and really sit down and have, a realistic look at it and say, hey, maybe I spent too much last year on this. Let's set a reasonable, manageable goal for this year. Maybe I don't spend $1,000 a month on dining out. Maybe I cut it down to $700 or $500 or whatever the case may be. And we all know inflation is making the cost of things really go up nowadays. So it's a good, and it's not going away next year. So it's a good opportunity, especially if you have a couple of days off in the beginning of the year, or right before the beginning of the year starts, to really analyze your spending.
Okay. No, I like it. I'm over here laughing because my dog is like snoring. Like she legit
she
went from barking and making a bunch of noise, so now she's snoring. A mess. No, that's definitely some great advice. There was something that I wanted to say, but before I say it, Riley, what are you like when it comes to Christmas? What do you like to do or not do?
I don't know if a lot of people know that I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas at all. So the memories you guys have of like opening presents on Christmas morning, or having a big tree, or coming downstairs and all these presents and all stuff, I have none. I see it. I've seen it in movies, but I have none of that. I was raised Jehovah's Witness. So actually not just Christmas, all the holidays and birthdays.
You couldn't even do competitions.
No, I couldn't do anything. So
I couldn't do anything.
I couldn't do anything.
Wow.
No, but the thing is I think it probably left a very, even, and I've heard other people say this because I even heard Janet Jackson say it. You know, a lot of people that grew up Jehovah's Witnesses did not, even after they left the religion, like Christmas, just because it's such a foreign thing, it just we never got into it after that.
Right.
So for me, holidays, the only holiday that I was really excited about celebrating was my birthday, which is not a holiday, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? So for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all those things, I mean, all my closest friends know that, like, I'm not a holiday. I just don't do them. That's just it. So I save a lot of money during the holidays, but I do love doing things for my friends and stuff. And you know, and seeing the look on people's faces throughout the year, especially on birthday. Birthdays to me are you know, important because I mean, it's life. And I never understood, like, we can't celebrate birthdays, and the reasoning for Jehovah's Witnesses not celebrating birthdays is a whole nother story, and it doesn't really now make sense to me. But I don't want to offend anybody who's still in the religion. But it's one day we'll talk about that. But so I don't have those things of, like, you know, oh my God, I overspent during Christmas time. I mean, I just, for me, it was, you know, it's other things throughout the year that I spend money on.
No, that makes sense. I think like a good tip for people who maybe go overboard. I used to do this in my younger years when I didn't have any kids and all of that. I would skip a year. So I would tell my family, this year I'm going to get gifts, and then next year I'm not doing gifts. So, and I would just alternate. You know, I would have an off year where it's like, don't even expect anything because I'm off this year. That helped me, being a single woman on a budget. It helped me to not have these years where I'm like in arrears, kind of, because I mean, I used to be a very big gift giver. I love giving gifts. I'm just not that way anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. As I get older, I just look at things different. Like, I look at just spending time and having an experience as more valuable than buying a gift, you know.
Absolutely.
Unless it's like, you know, self-care or something like that can truly help you. You know, I read a great book and then I end up buying the book for my family. I went to the chiropractor and I got a new pillow and I love it so much. I bought all of my family a pillow. So it's like, I do stuff like that, you know. Yeah.
And you know, it's interesting because I'm trying to get to a point where I'm living a more minimalistic life. I don't want more things. I don't want more stuff. I don't I'm trying to get rid of things. And so I've told people, like my friend Billy loves to shower me with gifts and presents and things that just little things that he'll see that reminds him of me. And because that's just the way he shows his love. That's just the way he's always been. He's the sweetest guy, and he really thoughtful in that way. I've said to him, stop buying me things. I don't need more skulls. If I, like, you know what I mean? I got, you know, I collect skulls, but I don't need more skulls. I don't need more things. I don't want more things in this place. Like, I'm trying to get rid of things. So I'm fine with people not buying me presents. I didn't want, even on my birthday this year, I was like, I don't want presents. Like, I don't want things. Cause I always, like, I just don't want to bring more stuff in. I'm trying to clear my head by getting rid of things. And it's just, so for me, Christmas, not getting a present, fine with me. Just, you know, wish me a happy day.
Right.
Yeah.
I really like getting like self-care things, like Monique, like what you were saying, how you gift the pillows and things like that. Anything that I could utilize. And, you know, self-care is so important now, especially because we've all gone through this pandemic going on for 2 years now. The best gift I received was when a friend sent me some good vitamins in the mail, and I really was like so thankful for this one vitamin, you know, and I take it and I use it, and it's something that you could just use. I've gotten a diffuser, like an aromatherapy diffuser. I really like that.
You just reminded me that I forgot to take my vitamins today. Forgot.
I love stuff like that. When I was sick, one of my friends actually dropped off some tea, some cayenne powder, some ginger powder, and a bunch of stuff. She got me some of that. What is it called? The colloidal silver. A bunch of stuff, and elderberry. And I was so just like, wow, that was so thoughtful. Like, that was so nice. And then, like, my laundry lady, she comes over and she does. I wash my clothes and she actually like folds and puts away. Judith, she came and made me some soup, dropped off some soup in this big pitcher of all like organic tea with a bunch of like herbs, ginger, lime, all that kind of stuff in it. And I just was like blown away at the thoughtfulness. Like it was just so
Very
sweet. So
thoughtful.
stuff like that is like, wow, when somebody needs it, then you're there. But as far as the holidays, I honestly feel like it's just been so commercialized. So commercialized where it's all about businesses making money. And
this year they're really trying this year because they're trying to recoup everything they lost over the last, year and a half. So
pandemic spending is what I call it. Everybody saved up a bunch of money while we were home. Then they got their checks from the government, the ones that did, and then they got money to spend, So it's like now the businesses
and the businesses know they're taking advantage of that because they're like, people want to spend money because they want to do things and they want to, they want to feel they don't feel like they had a real Christmas last year, so.
Right. And I'm like promoting my little stuff, but what makes me feel good about it is that it truly is giving a gift of health and like sleep, breathing, hormonal balance, all of those things. So it's like
I have a question for you because I do need help with. I have an Amazon problem.
Oh, me too.
It's real. It's so real that that my concierge, he started to pick. I've noticed he's starting to kind of pick on me. He's like, yeah, you always have the most of everybody. He's always just like, yeah, you don't have a present. You don't have a package today. Wow, what's going on? Like he's monitoring. I'm like, why are you judging me? It's really, and it's probably like, I don't know if it's the convenience of it, because this is what will happen to me. I will think of an idea in my head. It just something randomly in my head. And I'm like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to make this. I have an idea for this, especially while I've been preparing for my concert, because I've been thinking of costume ideas. And I'm like, ooh, what if I did that? And so I'm like, I wonder if they sell that. And if it's not on Amazon, it doesn't exist, right? So I go and I find it. And, usually it's like $15 here, a few dollars there, and it's Prime. It'll come, the next day. But then it's like so much of, and like I said, I'm trying to, be more minimalistic. But where I am finding a problem is Amazon tells you what you need. It seems like it's not even like you need it. Amazon tells you don't go there looking for stuff. I don't go through just randomly shopping. It's like I will be looking for something that I actually need, and then all of a sudden, oh, I need that too. Oh my God, I gotta have that. And it's so cheap. So let's get like everything, It
comes so fast. Yeah.
And it comes tomorrow. It'll come to the same day sometimes. How do I get?
I love
what do I do?
Where you wake up and it's there at 4 a.m. Like, I love it. I can't help you with the Amazon problem because I
don't go to stores for anything anymore. Like literally, I don't go to stores for even like no, I don't like the most random of things. I don't go to I don't even go to the store for toilet tissue anymore.
Yeah, I do Instacart.
No, it's not even that. Because, my bathroom is black and I have black toilet tissue. So I have to order it anyway. So
wow. Is it dyed? Yeah.
I don't use toilet tissue.
You just have a different decoration?
Well, yeah, if somebody wants to use it, they can. But
if I come over there, I'm going to bring my own roll.
No, I have white toilet tissue, but you also know I don't use toilet tissue.
I know.
I never used toilet tissue in my life. Like I wasn't even allowed as a kid. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to celebrate Christmas, and I wasn't allowed to use toilet tissue either. If my mom knew I was using toilet tissue, she'd be like, "What?"
Right. Yeah. Would you just get in the shower?
No, wipes. Yeah.
I know I'm messing with you.
Well, I actually this is the Amazon problem because I have a similar problem. But I'd say, don't feel too bad because at least you're not spending money on gas, driving to the store. Your time is valuable, so you have to put a price tag on your time as well too. So now
I never thought about. Thank you. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's probably 30 minutes to go to the store, 30 minutes to get back home. You've spent money on gas, your time. That's an hour of your time. You probably, if you break down how much you're worth on an hourly basis, you may find that actually you're saving money by shopping on Amazon, Now, I don't know about the algorithm and just random things popping up, but I'd say go to Amazon with specific things in mind rather than kind of scrolling through the feed.
Right.
That will probably get you.
Yeah, I'll see things that are for sale somewhere else, and I'm like, let me check and see if it's on Amazon first.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because with Amazon, I'll just be thinking about, like, oh, let me put this in my cart. I need to get this. But I start going into these brainstorming sessions. Like, what else do I need?
Yes. Ooh, what else do I need to get while I'm here? Like as if it's a store. Like as if you can't come back. Like as if, like you're at the grocery store or at Walmart or Target and you're like, okay, what else do I need? If you didn't go in there with a list, I feel like I need to go into Amazon with a list.
Yeah.
But I do. But then that's the thing is the wish list. So every now and then I'm just like, oh, what can I, like late at night when I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm like, what's in my wish list that I should just go ahead and get?
That is funny. Well,
it happens all the time. Yeah. I'm
finally going to have a sip. I'm not drinking all of this. Chris can come back and get this.
You can make him drink it. Yeah. Yeah.
There's water stains on the
I want what you have, that CBD thing. That
CBD, yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
That sounds good. Wow. Y'all are very quiet in the comment section. I guess everybody's just listening.
Did they have anything to say about what I talked about at the beginning of the show? Because they were all
congratulations.
Real because they were all really? Because they were all like it was a bad idea, remember? They were like, no, Monique
against me. They were all
they were like, Monique, no.
And you finally found one that was like, look,
let's see if
his sign. I need to know what his sign is.
I don't know. Oh no, my God, that's so funny because I said, the first question she's going to ask you, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, what? I was like, she's going to ask you what your sign is. Like she's going to ask you what your
birthday, and then I was going to ask what the sign.
I literally said that to him. He's like, I can handle it. Whatever. It's okay. Yeah. It's, yeah. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I don't know. Does anybody watch, do you watch Good Girls?
I don't watch TV.
I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. Good Girls if anybody watches Good Girls on Netflix, he looks like Rio from Good Girls. So if anybody in the comments that's watching knows what that, if you know what that means, you know what that means. It's like a good guy. Well, he's not. No, Rio's a bad guy, but this guy looks like a bad guy, but he's a good guy. Like he's yeah. Anyway, I'm giving too much. I don't even talk about my personal life like that. But what would be awesome is if a camera could be there. That might be too much for him.
Oh, man. I might just post my phone up with a stand and just like let it roll. Wait, but what's his sign?
Huh?
What's his sign?
I don't know his sign. I forgot. I asked him, but I forgot. I did forget.
Oh, he's probably a Libra.
Why? Because you're Why do you think
he's probably an air sign? He might be like Aquarius or something. Because
he's cool. He's very calm and cool.
Those tend to be the ones that's very sure of themselves. Or he could be a Leo.
He's very sweet. Extremely sweet, but looks like looks extremely intimidating. And if anybody knows who Rio is from Good Girls, they understand what I'm saying. Because I actually asked him today. I said, "Do you find that people because he was getting in the elevator, we were video chatting. Like, do you find that people are like intimidated by you?" He's like, "I never saw it at first." But he's like, I find myself having to say, "Hey, how are you doing?" to people like I get in the elevator because it softens it out a little bit because he's got tattoos and he wears black all the time. But he's like the nicest, sweetest, most gentle guy ever. But he has see, Joshua's my number one fan, and Joshua knows Joshua knows who Rio is. So yeah, if you guys, what's Rio's real name? Something Montana.
Well, we know what Bradley wants for Christmas.
What do I want? What do I want?
A date, of course. A double date.
What's gonna happen with or without Christmas?
I know. I'm excited. I can't wait.
I know, and I'm literally not going to go on a date with him before until we arrange when this first date. Because I told him, I said that'll be there
later.
Yeah. Well, he's in Philly right now for work, but he'll be here. He lives here, so he'll be back. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We'll have to let you know how it goes. We'll keep everybody informed on how this goes.
Oh my God, we'll have a whole episode.
I'm fine because I feel like I've already known him because we've been video chatting for weeks. But we'll see what happens when he meets my best friend and her husband.
I can't wait. Oh my God. Well, listen, this has been a great episode as always. I feel like we gave some pretty good tips. Is there anything we didn't cover? I'm like, there was something I wanted to say earlier and it slipped my mind. And
I'd say also, I want to say to Riley's point, and you mentioned that you like doing things for your friends' birthdays, especially, and also during the holiday season, even if you don't decide to do gifts or you're trying to minimize your budget, maybe host something at your house. It doesn't have to be something big. Like I just came from a friend of mine did a cookie bake at her house where everybody baked cookies and brought cookies, and she did like a really nice spread of like some cheese and salami and crackers and things like that. But it was really nice just to get together, with friends and family, and we walked away with some really nice baked goods, and it was really nice. So just maybe host something at your house for.
Oh, I love something like that. Like an activity. Yeah.
Something. It doesn't have to be, actual presents, but it would just be a memorable time that I think a lot of friends and family will truly value, even more so than like the presents.
Absolutely. I feel like people hold on to the memories much more than they do the objects.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll think back on something and be like, oh yeah, remember that time we got together? We had the best time, da, 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 da. And then you'll ask me like, well, yeah, what did you get? I don't even remember. It's like, yeah, you remember the experience for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. No, that's awesome. So I do have an announcement to make. So a part of learning and growing is knowing when you need to tighten things up a bit and make things a little easier on yourself. So that's one thing when it comes to Not for Lazy Moms. It's all about we want it all, we do it all. And sometimes you got to like maneuver your way of doing it all. So starting the new year, we are going to take Wind Down Wednesday to Tea with Monique. They are going to combine, and we are going to start having a Wind Down Wednesday spotlight on Tea with Monique beginning in the new year.
Love it.
Riley will pop on screen with whoever the guest is, and we're going to have a 15 to 20-minute conversation about whoever the guest is, whatever their businesses are. We're going to be really pushing entrepreneurs to come on and share in the spotlight. And this is actually our last official full episode of Wind Down Wednesday on Not for Lazy Moms. So hopefully we gave y'all some really good information. We're going to go out with a bang. I've enjoyed doing the channel. I've enjoyed having it here, but I have some upcoming projects that are happening, and it has been very hard. I've not been promoting the show as good as I could because I've just not had the time physically. And I feel like if I'm doing something, I need to go full force with it,
Mm-hmm.
And I brainstormed and I said, you know what? This will be such a good partnership. Have Wind Down Wednesday spotlight on Tea with Monique. And just have one show, which gives me more time to get things done. And then I'm not, finishing the show so late and then having to still do Mila Eve orders. I got a new project that I'm working on that I will announce it once it's done. And it's official. But I just know that there's only but so much I can put on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Wind Down Wednesday. And I said, I don't want to just do away with it because we have such a good time every week. So it's going to be a spotlight, and I think it's going to be great. So I'm really excited, and this will be our last show, 2021. And you never know, we might bring it back. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Riley's going to be on Tea with Monique when we do the spotlight, and it's going to be a great time. So I think it's going to be good, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of entrepreneurs who are going to be able to benefit from being able to use the platform that may be somewhat bigger than theirs. And I'm just excited for what 2022 has to offer.
Absolutely. And remember, shop small during the holiday season if you guys can. Really support your local small businesses because they're, having a tough time. There's a lot of new small businesses out there. So if you are shopping for gifts, maybe get some gift cards to these little small mom and pop stores. A little bit goes a long way for them. That would be, the last
for
thing
sure.
I would say.
Yes,
For
absolutely. Sure. Uh-oh, what happened?
We're looking at drag queen.
Well, we were talking about Tea with Monique, but geez. Okay.
I love that idea, though. Yes, support small businesses, shop small.
Yes.
I love that. Shop Mila Eve.
Yes.
Yeah, I did a lot of during the, all of the sales and things, just buying clothing and things. I was trying to support all of the small businesses, Black owned businesses. And I was just buying a little bit of something from everybody. And then there's a few like spas that I love that are not like these huge, Four Seasons, but they give probably better service than the Four Seasons, honestly.
For sure.
But yeah, so I always buy things that's on the shelf. And even if it's one or two things, I get things for my family. I went to the Bethesda Salt Cave. And I bought my mom and dad a bunch of natural soaps, and they were so happy. They were like, "Oh my God, it smells so good." The owner actually, she makes the soaps herself. They are amazing. We always get the lemongrass soap. It smells so good, keeps you fresh and clean. And they had Boston fir and cedarwood soap that looked beautiful. It was like green and had gold stripes and cream going through it. It was real pretty. Got that. And, so that's such a great tip. Such great. It feels like you're giving back. You're not just getting a gift, but you're also giving back to your community. So I love that.
Especially if you have friends and family that maybe used to live here but move, you can find a lot of like nice local homemade like DC or Maryland. And even if it's like you're living in another state, I'm sure there's other things that you can get specific to that state. Like here we'll have like seasoning like mumbo sauce or whatever. A lot of DC staple, or like Old Bay seasoning, anything that has to do with crabs or something. You can like, put together a little package and send it off to your friends and family who are no longer in the area.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Old over here.
Great idea. Some Capital City mumbo sauce. God, I'm out of it too. I need to go to the store. I haven't been able to have some.
Well, thank you so much for coming back on. I look forward to seeing you in 2022. We need to make this Nice Lazy Moms Wind Down Wednesday meetup happen too.
Yes, let's do it.
Yes, we're also confirming our date for our next Shoot Your Shot event. We're looking at February 17th. And that sells out really fast. So everybody that's listening and watching, if you want to go to the next Shoot Your Shot networking event, definitely make sure you keep watching and following Not for Lazy Moms on Instagram. Check your newsletter, because it will be in a newsletter when the date is available, because those tickets go fast. Every time we do Shoot Your Shot, it's sold out in a matter of days. So I'm looking forward to the next event. It won't be until February, but it's going to be good. And also, today is the last day for free shipping for our Not for Lazy Moms bundles. So if you visit shop.notforlazymoms.com, we have some nice, just beautiful gifts that you can give to people that are very simple, but will change your life because they're holistic, they're organic, they're, therapeutic gifts. So make sure you check that out. Our bundles, last day for free shipping, last day to get it in time for Christmas. So other than that, same with Mila Eve, free shipping, last day. So that's all I got for y'all. We will see y'all in 2022 on Tea with Monique.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays and happy New Year.